I'm attorney George McCranie. I have offices in Douglas and Valdosta, Georgia. I practice criminal defense, serious personal injury cases, and I love helping people. And today, this is part 4 of a video discussion that we've been having about talking about going to trial in Georgia. Okay? Now, I've practiced criminal defense law for over 20 years in Georgia. All right? And this is stuff that I've learned in all that time that you need to know before you make the decision to go to a trial in Georgia. This is part 4. If you want to catch up where we are, go back and watch parts 1, 2, and 3. All right. In part 4, we want to talk about how important it is for the government prosecutor, okay, to take your defense attorney seriously. Okay. If I go and show a government prosecutor the problems with their case and they still take that case to trial, I want to beat them so bad at that trial that they say to themselves and all the other prosecutors that they know and work with, okay, hey, I don't want to go to trial with that guy again. That lawyer knows his stuff, okay? I never want to take another case like that to trial again against him, okay? That's what I want them to do. You know, I want them to say, hey, he tried to tell me I had problems with the case. You know, I want them to say that. I want them to say, Lord have mercy, don't go against him. He'll hand your ass to you. And that's what I want them to say if I go to trial. Now, there's good prosecutors out there. They're reasonable. They're fair. There's also lazy prosecutors out there for whatever reason. They've got a huge caseload. They don't have time to watch the videos or go over the evidence before trial. And they would rather just roll the dice in front of a jury and just go through the motions and see what it is. All right. I think that it's important for prosecutors to take the defense attorney seriously. What you should do as a defendant, if you've got a case coming up and you're thinking about going to court, then what you should do is go to court. All right. Watch the interaction between the prosecutor, the judge, and the defense attorneys. Okay? The different ones that are there. Watch how they're treated. A good defense attorney will usually be treated, with some respect. The bad defense attorneys, not so much. Okay? Usually with them, there's a lot of yan back and to between the prosecutor and the defense attorney, this kind of thing. Some grandstanding by the defense attorney. I want to be number 1 on the criminal trial calendar. All right, that might be what you see. All right, but go and look, go and watch, and you'll get an idea of which defense attorneys are respected, as being good attorneys and which aren't. All right, here's an example. Several years ago, I had 8 criminal cases on a criminal motions calendar. All right. And I asked the solicitor, the prosecutor, I said, hey, which one do you want to hear first? He said, you can choose. I said, no, it's fine with me. I'm ready on all of my cases. So he picked the case that he thought he had the best chance of winning. He had an officer that had just been to classes and school and thought he knew everything. All right. 45 minutes later, the judge ruled in our favor. Case is dismissed. And you know what happened to the other 7 cases that I had? They all folded because the officer didn't want to be embarrassed again. And the officers on the other cases surely didn't want to be embarrassed. I could hear them whenever they were in the courtroom. They didn't know the questions I was asking. They didn't know the answers to for their cases. Okay. And that prosecutor didn't want to be embarrassed again in front of the judge. I had 8 happy clients that day. Okay. I can't tell you how many courtrooms I've been in South Georgia where law enforcement, somebody in the courthouse, another attorney was there that day, and they have already told people what a great job I did. And therefore, they're already intimidated. Government prosecutors, that kind of thing. Some of them aren't. Some of them are. Some of them heard the story. Some of them hadn't. But getting a defense attorney that is respected by the prosecutors, the judge, the court staff, that kind of thing is very important before you decide to take a case to trial. Okay? So before you go to trial, make sure your attorney knows the case inside and out. He knows law enforcement. He's got the post records that says everything about that officer's training, everything about his disciplinary hearing. He knows the prosecutors, whether they're hard-headed, reasonable prosecutors, and he knows the judge. If the judge is fair, judge is reasonable, or if the judge is a harsh sentencer, that kind of thing. That's what you want to know. All right, this is part 4 out of 5-part series, and I hope you join me for the next video. I hope you like this video, and if you did, please like it below. If you got a question, message me. I'll get you a response back. That's a great way to get to me, and get me a question. I'll get you the response back quickly as I can. If you'd like to make a comment, I love to hear your comments. I love to read comments about the videos. If you like it, great. If you don't, hey, give it a thumbs down. I like to know what you think. All right. And if you'd like to call me, feel free. You can reach me at 833-927-6227. Again, I'm Attorney George McCranie with offices in Douglas and Valdosta, Georgia. Thank you for watching.